Let's start. Uh, Hello, everybody. Welcome to our second class. Yes, I hope you like it. This, and if you have like any opinion, observation, please let me know. So we are going to start. In the last class, we saw two topics. The first one was phrasal verbs, and the other one was conditionals. So I'm going to do like a short explanation about both, and then we jump to the new topics. Well, as you know, the phrasal verbs are like more than two words that are connected, and with that connection, we have like new meanings. So we use it daily, the phrasal verbs, and the conditionals are like when you use them to explain what could happen or which you could happen, and there are like four conditionals. So those were the main topics about the last class. So today, let me share the screen. I don't know if you can see the presentation. Let me know.
Yes,
Perfect. Excellent. So, thank you. So, well, do you know what are gerunds and infinitive? Maybe like a little explanation or the thing that you know about those words, gerunds and infinitive. Or what do you know that if you have like a little idea about what is a gerund or what is an infinitive?
Journey is the final ing. For
Perfect.
example, walking, talking,
Perfect.
and
Excellent.
infinitive is always to and the verb to walk, to eat.
Excellent. Excellent. Good job. Well, those are that are like the main idea about the gerunds and infinitive. But then we have to identify which one is a gerund because we know that we have the present continuous and those and that present continuous is really different from the gerund. So I will going to explain a little bit more, but that is the general idea. Excellent. So let's see. Um, the gerund look like a verb, but it is a noun. It helps to talk about the action. The action is the main character of the sentences, and it ends in ing. For example, walk with ing is walking. So walking always puts me in a good mood. So here in this sentence, walking is the main character of of the sentences. No she, he, and no me. It is only walking, the action. So, as I was saying, not every verb that ends in ing is a gerund. We see the progressive and the continuous sentences that use the verb be. I am, she is, he is, they are, etc. Past the present participle. For example, I am eating, she is talking. So that those sentences are not gerund. They are present continuous. So those are the difference between the gerund and between the present continuous. So you have like to be careful with both of them. This is another example. How do we know that a verb ending in ing is a present participle or a gerund? The gerund always acts as a noun, not a phrase, never as or a noun phrase, sorry, no, never as a verb. For example, Jenny enjoys walking. Walking is acting as the object of the sentences. So, what does Jenny enjoy? She enjoys walking. And in present participle, Jenny is walking right now. So, what is Jenny doing? She is walking. Walking is the action. It's acting as a verb. So those are all of the difference between like a gerund and a present participle. Well, I don't know if you have any questions. If not, I will continue. Well, so when and how do we use gerund? It can be used as a subject, object, preposition, and with a fixed expression. So I'm going to explain each one with examples and those things. So when it is when we use a verb as the subject of a sentences, it is the verb is the main character. So here, volunteer is a great way to give back to your community. So the volunteer is the main character of these sentences. And also eating fruit and vegetable is important for a healthy diet. Eating is the main verb, it is the main character of this sentence. So that one is a gerund used as a subject. The second one is used as an object. And we use common verbs like, enjoy, dislike, hate, love. And with this common verb, it can be followed by a gerund. For example, I really like cooking, but my fiance is a much better cook than me. So here we have like, and here we have a gerund. So the gerund is used as an object. Another example. She really enjoys taking pictures of the sunset. So we have enjoy and we have the gerund take. So that is a gerund as the object. The third one is after a preposition. We need words like before, by, since, behind, under, on, at, in, without, before, after, and also in spite of. So we use these words and then following by a gerund. For example, she walked out of the room without saying a word. So we have here a preposition and we have the gerund. And the other preposition, we can use the preposition in spite of. So in spite of training for years, she got knocked out of the tournament in the first round. So now we have the third one that is after a preposition. Now we have another with before, that is before completing university. He already had many of job offers. So we have before and we have the year with completing. Another example, by getting up early, I am ready for my morning rooms. We have by, that is the preposition, and getting the gerund. Another one, I have been thinking of him nonstop since meeting him. So we have since and meeting. And we have another that is after. After recovering from his injury, will retire from rugby. We have after and we have recovery. We have the preposition and the gerund. So that one is after a preposition. And the last one, okay, sorry. There are some verbs that only allow gerund to follow, and also there are some verbs that only allow infinitive to follow. For example, some verbs that allow gerund, this verb functions as a direct object. The verbs are consider, deny, enjoy, imagine, suggest. So these verbs allow only the use of gerunds. Um, let's see. This one, it is the last one that are common expressions that maybe needs to be practiced and needs to be memorized because you don't have like a specific formula of knowing them. So, for example, I can't help being a perfectionist, or I can't help being a punctual person. Another one. I can't stand working with people who always show up late. Or maybe I can't stand working with people that are not responsible, something like that. It is not use leaving a message. She never calls back again. And it is not worth spending so much money. So those are like common verbs that are that needs to be like practice and memorize and something like that. Well, I don't know if you have any questions or observations, or if I'm like explaining really really fast so I can slow down. No. Well, now I sent through WhatsApp and also through email an activity. So I'm going to read, and if you have the answer, please speak. So find the gerund in each of the examples and tell me it is being used as a subject, an object, after a preposition, or with an expression. The first one. Um, it is no use avoiding him. He will keep asking you until you say yes. So, what do you think? It is after a preposition or subject or an expression or something like that. So, we have a, for example, it is no use. Let's see. Now, let's go back, back, back. Um, let's see. Okay, we have it is no use. Let's see which one. Okay, look at the third one. It is no use leaving a message. She never called back again. Here is, no hace falta dejarle un mensaje, o sea, no es como muy útil dejar un mensaje. Ella nunca devuelve la llamada. So, here in this one is no use avoiding him. O sea, no hace falta o no es, sí, no hace falta que lo evadas. Él va a intentar hasta que tú digas sí. So it is like an expression that you need, like it is no use is a gerund that you need like to practice. So this one is a gerund with a common expression. So
The phone is asking.
what? I sorry,
The yellow is asking.
the gerund is avoiding because it is no use is the common expression that is the one that I told you that you need like to practice to memorize, and avoiding it is the gerund because it finishes with ing. The next one that you say asking, it cannot be ing because it is not next to some of the formulas that I explained, because keep it is not like a subject or an object or something like that. But well, it is something that we like might be seeing in another class. But now the second sentences. Who can answer the second sentences? Do you feel like watching an horror movie or a romantic film?
Miss washing is a gerund.
Mm-hmm. But it is a gerund as an object or a subject or after preposition. Watching is
Object.
what?
Object.
Excellent. Yes, it is a gerund as an object because watching is next to like. Like is like enjoying. So that question is saying is asking the person that if the person enjoys or love watching a horror movie or a romantic movie. Excellent, good job. That is a gerund as an object. Now, the third one. Not realizing that one of my kids is sick is one of my biggest fears. So,
Realizing is the verb.
mhm. And yes, excellent. And let's see if it is an object or as a subject.
And the object is kids. No, villas.
Yes, but here,
It's an object.
and what do you think that the object is kids?
Yes, I say kids.
Okay, okay, perfect. So, yes, excellent. Good job, good job. Now the last one is in spite. Listen, in spite of being injured, she will manage to finish the marathon.
Madam teacher.
In, in spite of being injured, she will manage to finish the marathon. So, what do you think? It is a gerund after a preposition or after an object?
Manage. Okay, manage is a verb. No? No.
Remember,
Me?
the gerund finish with
Be.
excellent.
Okay, be.
Excellent. So, and in spite of, what is in spite of?
A preposition.
Excellent. That's correct. So, this one is a gerund with a preposition. Excellent. Good, good, good job. So, now, I don't know if you have any question. I'm going to send this presentation to your email so you have it with you and you can practice. And if you have any question, you can ask me. And yes, so that is the main idea here is that you have to identify when is a gerund and when is a present continuous. So now we are going to look what is an infinitive. As we know, a verb followed by a gerund can have a completely different meaning than if the same verb is followed by an infinitive verb. A gerund looks like a verb, but it's actually a noun. The formula of this is base form of verb plus ing, like listening, eating, and those things. So, what are the infinitive? The infinitive is the base form of the verb. So the formula is infinitive equal to plus the base verb. So that are the infinitive. Example: walk plus to walk. She expects to walk right now. Right in, sorry. So now another. The general formula of the sentences are subject plus verb plus object. So now the gerunds and infinitive as an object of a sentence is when a gerund comes before the main verb in a sentence, it acts as the subject. For example, we are like doing a, not a small explanation of the gerund again. Playing the guitar was always his favorite hobby. Or baking is a great way to relieve stress. So that is when a gerund comes before the main verb in a sentences, it acts like a subject. Well, now and now when we use infinitive as the subject of the sentences, it can sound like really formal, extremely formal way. For example, singing gives me great pleasure. That is a gerund. To sing gives me great pleasure. That is infinitive. In Spanish, singing gives me great pleasure is like cantar me da gran placer. And in infinitive, to sing gives me great pleasure is el canto me da gran
Teacher, I have a
placer.
question.
Yes,
When used to is infinitive, yes?
used to, yes, here. Yes, here. When we have the to walk, to eat, to but yes, that's right. So here to sing, it is like a really formal because we are like saying that el canto. So it is like a formal way to say that we enjoy singing. So that's correct. So now you can use an infinitive as a subject when you give instructions, directions, quoting someone, or giving like a dictionary definition. For example, to cook properly, place the fish skin side down. You are here like giving some instructions for cooking. And the other is to get there, take the bus to the high street, and then cross the road. Here you are giving like the direction to get somewhere. So it's really, really, really like a formal way of the infinitive. Now, gerund or an infinitive after certain verbs. We have some verbs that allow you to use either a gerund or an infinitive after it. For example, we have gerund. She hates sleeping late. And infinitive, we have she hates to sleep late. So we have that the verb of the sleep that allows you to use or gerund or an infinitive. There are some verbs. Another one. We prefer eating at home. And in infinitive would be we prefer to eat at home. Another one. They start working on the project at school. And in infinitive would be they start to work on the project at school.
I have a question, Melissa.
Yes, of course.
Okay, in this.
Yes.
The meaning is the same.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. The meaning is the same, and the verb is that those verbs allows to use as and gerund and infinitive, but have the same meaning. That's correct. That's a great
Okay,
observation. Mhm.
but it is good to use the original or infinitive, or depends when you talk
It
with the person.
it depends on you talk with the person with because the gerund is like in an informal conversation like with your friends and in infinitive is like a formal maybe if you are talking with your boss or someone important you use the infinitive so
Okay,
that's correct
okay.
a great observation thank you very much now we have the two infinitive that is to plus the verb. Example, I prefer not to listen to music when I'm working. So now we're going to know how to use the two infinitive. So there are some verbs that completely change the meaning when they are followed by either a gerund or two infinitive. Let's see. Now, here I have like an example. What is the difference between stop buying bread and stop to buy bread? So stop buying, it is the gerund, it is to quit an action. Is stop buying bread from the supermarket, it is like an order. Why? Because maybe the bread is bad quality or maybe the bread is too expensive. So don't go there, don't buy the bread there. Another one here we can use like for the addictions or the bad habits. Stop smoking cigarettes. It is bad for your health. So here you are like saying no, don't do that. It is bad. So that is it is the use in a gerund with the with the stop. So now with the infinitive is to pause or leave one action to do another. Here, stop to buy bread from the supermarket. That person maybe was going to a place and remember, oh, I have to go to buy the bread. So he entered to the supermarket, bought the bread, and continue the journey, her schedule, his schedule, whatever. So that another example. Make sure to stop to talk to Sarah before you leave work today. She has got something important to tell you. That person was leaving the office and someone remembered that person to talk with Sarah. So that is the difference between the use of a gerund and infinitive with this kind of sentence. Now we have an, a really good question. Do all verbs change meaning when followed by a gerund or infinitive form? No. Some verbs keep the same meaning if they are followed by a gerund or a to infinitive. For example, we start eating dinner at 6, we start to eat dinner at 7. Sorry, at 7. But I was that is what was I was telling that the first one is like a really informal way, and the second one is like a really like formal, educated, polite way. So how do you know which verbs change meaning when followed by a gerund or an infinitive? The answer is to learn, to get familiarized with them, and practice a lot. So yeah, this one. And now, common verbs and their meanings when they are followed by a gerund or an infinitive verb. For example, forget plus gerund is to look back the past memory. I will never forget watching my first horror movie. I was so scared that I couldn't sleep for weeks. Another one is, I wish I could forget falling down the stairs in front of the whole school. That is the use with a gerund. An infinitive is to give a reminder to someone, maybe in a really straightforward and polite way. Don't forget to watch the news tonight. I was interviewed on the main street today, so I don't want you to miss. Oh, don't forget to buy your tickets. Otherwise, they won't let you into the show. I don't know if I'm explaining too too fast or everything is okay. If you have any question, please let me know. Now we have the regret with a gerund and regret with two infinitive. Regret with a gerund is to talk about something you did in the past and that you are not happy about it no more. Yeah, it's like you want to go back and you want to erase that action. For example, he woke up with a pounding headache and immediately regret drinking so much the night before. And regret with infinitive is to tell someone a bad news or something. It is like used when I don't know when someone is going to fire some employee or when you are going to maybe I don't know Movistar Tigo is going to to charge you something a bill or something like that. So here we regret to inform you that you have 10 days left to pay the account. Otherwise, we will close it. So here we have the use of a regret as a gerund and regret as an infinitive. And now we have mean as a gerund and then we have mean as an infinitive. Mean plus gerund is to talk about what the response or result of something is. For example, make sure you bring your jacket or it will mean getting really wet and cold. Or visiting my sister in London means spending 8 hours on a plane. And mean plus the infinitive is to intend or to plan to do something. In past tense is useful as an excuse. So I meant to call you last night, but I totally forgot, or maybe the person didn't want to call. And that is a really good excuse. So she meant to put sugar in your coffee, but she accidentally added salt. It is true or not? We don't know. And now I have another activity for you. I don't know if you know the answer, please let me know. The first one. Let's choose. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, okay. Choose the correct verbal noun for each sentence. The first one. Rachel forgot out the rubbish out last night. What do you think? It is to take, to taking out, or taking? To take. A. Excellent. To take or taking? When I said I was to take. So Rachel forgot to take out the rubbish out last night.
Taking.
It's
Taking. The word is forgot.
forgot. Rachel forgot.
Forgot. Sorry.
No, no, it's okay. So you said that Rachel forgot taking out the rubbish last night. It is like a memory that is in the past. So it is already done. So it is to take. So Rachel forgot to take out the rubbish. So the rubbish is in, I don't know, in her house, is still in the house or something. It is a memory, something that goes back. So the first one is to take. Now the second one. She disliked in school, but now she loves it.
To read.
To
To
read.
read.
And dislike, it is something here is an this is an activity about gerunds and about infinitive. So dislike is something that she hates. So it is a pre dislike is a preposition. Remember that a preposition is some is see, yes, sorry. um No, sorry, it's an object. Dislike is an object because we have a common verb that is like, love, dislike, hate. So she dislikes, so she doesn't enjoy reading in school. But now she loves it. So at first she hates reading, but now she changed her mind and now she loves it. We have dislike and love here in the same sentence. So she likes the reading. I don't know if I explained. No. It was a good explanation. If not, let me know. Mm, okay, which one? Oh, the third one. You're far away. If you're speaking, you're far away. Then the number two is B. The number one, in the number two is B. She disliked reading. And now we are going to the third sentence. He avoided mm, to the doctor for months.
Right?
Let's see. Excellent. He avoided going to the doctor for months because avoid he is like I don't want to go. I don't really like so. He tries to make excuses. So excellent. So he avoid going, letter B, to the doctor for months. Now, number four, we pretend the food when my mom walked in the room.
Two likes.
Like, we pretend to like the food when my mom walked in the room.
Um, I
I,
I'm confused.
okay,
The pronunciation of word.
which one? You are confused with which?
Say walk or or walk.
Uh, which one is that
Um,
the one that I walked in past?
walk
In
and
past.
pronounce ed.
Ed, yes, walk.
Okay.
Okay.
O sea,
Mhm.
I, the
No, it's
correct
okay.
pronunciation is a walk.
Walked, yes, because it is in past. With the words that are in past is finished with id and it pronounced like d. Pretend, walked. So that's correct. That's good observation. Thank you. So now, what do you think that is the answer?
So like,
We pretend to like the food when my mom walked in the room. Okay, but is with S or without S? It is A or C. Excellent. Perfect. Perfect. Good job. Now, number five. I finished that book yesterday. Do you have any others you recommend? What do you think? Is to read, reading. Perfect. Excellent. I finished reading that book yesterday. Do you have any others you recommend? Because you already read, so that's excellent. Perfect. Now, number six. You started Italian last month. That is amazing. So, what do you think?
learning.
You start excellent. There. Perfect. Excellent. You start learning Italian last month. That is amazing. Good job. Excellent. Number seven, we enjoyed you last week. Let's do it again soon.
Sing, sing,
To sing. To sing or to sing? What do you think? Because to sing it can't be because remember that the infinitive is to plus the verb, but it's not the ing is a gerund. And remember that the gerund is without to. So what do you think? What do you think? We enjoy that was in the past.
sing, sing.
B. We enjoyed seeing you last week. Let's do it again soon. Excellent. Good job. That's great answer. I don't know if we can see the last one because maybe okay. He hates out of work. So he hates calling, or he hates calling, or he hates calls. He hates, oh my God, I don't want to call that person.
Calling.
Excellent. He hates calling a out of work because he doesn't want to speak with anybody. So that's all. Now we have like a summarize of this is that we know that the gerunds we need to identify when is a present continuous and what is a gerund, and we know that the infinitive is the always with the to. So yes, thank you very much I know that it was like a little short uh, class, but I hope that you like it. Please let me know if you have any observations, any recommendations. I'm going to send this presentation, and I also going to inform you what is going to be our next class. And if we and maybe I'm going to send you some activities that you can do by yourself. And yeah, I don't know if you have any questions. If
No
not,
question now, but I think in this activity, when I a lot of rules, for example, in German utility,
uh,
I don't know if it's possible to practice with exercise online
sure.
or something like that.
Sure, sure. That's absolutely sure. That's correct. So I'm going to do the next class before we jump to another to the new topic. We are going like to do an exercise, more exercises to practice this topic, and then we get to
Yes,
that.
because this is very grammar
Mm-hmm.
and it's very important when practice.
A lot, yes. The main No, that's correct. The main secret here it is practice a lot. So I know that with one class you are not going like to know everything. So thank you for the observation. Yes, I'm going to do that. So that's all, dear students. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you like it. I'm going to send you everything, and let's see us on Friday. Have a great night. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Oh, ya me salí primero.